wanted to learn to play. Like, I wanted to make music in my life. I was fucking desperate. I worked at a little music store when I was 14. Am I talking real fast? I'll tell you what it is. I drink about these Red Bull Monster fucking things. I do like 6, 7, 8, 9, about 103 of these. I'm riding a caffeine train. I know you're here. Well, anyway. So I would do these folk masses, right? But I was tripping. You're still like sort of hungover. You got to, hey, why do hippies dance like this? To keep the music out of their eyes. Well, anyway, stay with me, fuckers. So, but you'd have trails. You were hungover, you know, when I played these folk masses. And this is a real Catholic song that we would sing in the folk masses. Now, check it out. You're hungover. You get that weird fucking mescaline buzz. Sons of God, hear His holy word. Gather round the table of the Lord. Eat His body, drink His blood, and that's true. That's true. Marilyn Manson has nothing on that shit, dude. So here's a in light of, you know, I'll tell you, I'm set for being so damn honest. Here's where the last administration fucked me up hardcore. And thank you for coming, and thank you for getting the big orange head joke, because that speaks volumes for my little idiosyncratic nature. And Texas has always been very good to me. I mean that sincerely. I got no problem with Texas whatsoever. But here's where the last, because I thought with Bush, and then I probably, Obama got it, but thank, you know, I just needed a rest, because I was reading like 5 newspapers, and it'll never get any worse than Bush. Well, the fact that a billionaire is a fucking prick is not unusual. That doesn't surprise me. Very few, McCarthy, if you saw that Rick Rubin thing, he wears it well, but very few do. So but 73 million fucking people voted for the guy, and that fucked me up, and I've become weirdly misanthropic, and I don't want to be that guy, because I'm a people person, and I travel the world, and I talk to the guy at the airport, the taxi driver. All I gotta do, if you're in a taxi cab, this is how you can get the guy's life story in about a minute. You go, how many hours you been working today? He'll go, 17. I go, how many days this week? He said, 7. I go, when's the last time you had a day off? He'll go, maybe a couple months ago. I go, when do you see your wife? Go home for lunch. And then when he knows you're sympathetic to his employment plight, he will tell you, it'll all come out. He'll tell you fucking where it came from, and all that. So I'm a people person. But now, and this is where I realized that Trump had fucked me. And at my age, I don't know if I'm ever going to see the glass half full in terms of humanity. I don't want to be the misanthropic. Am I going on a lot? Well, anyway, where you got to go forward? Okay, so I was in an airport, so it had to be prior to the pandemic. So it was prior to the pandemic, and I got all my shit in the bags and the fucking, it's winter, and I got my hat and a coat and hoodie and a couple of my guitar, and every time you get up, you have to get water or pretzel or whatever. You got to bring everything. And across from me is an elderly couple, and she's in a wheelchair, and he's sort of taking care of her. And it's nice, and he's affectionate to her, and it's kind of sweet. He's got the flannel shirt and the fucking John Deere hat or whatever. And I'm just kind of watching him, and it's nice, you know. But I don't know now, you know. So I get up and I leave, and about 30 feet, and there's a tap on my shoulder, and then it's the dude, it's the older dude. I left my hat, I dropped my hat. Here's your hat. Now, prior to the fucking Trump guy, I would have thought, as I always did, I used to say on stage, that 98% of the time I avoid politics. I don't talk religion, I can talk music, because I'm pretty opinionated when it comes to music. If they're going to, nothing but scorpions. I'm not going to talk to the guy. But anyway, so I don't avoid those topics, and more often than not, I think, hey, it's a good guy, he's just trying to put food on the table. But this time, and this where I knew I was fucked, I thought, he could be a good guy. All these great things. But I gotta ask him some questions. And if he answers these questions incorrectly, I'm not gonna like it. It's horrible. I don't want to be. I didn't ask him the questions. I just thanked him for the hat. But, you know, appreciate it. You're talking about the White House resident who thinks that he is heaven sent. He might be. Except that it ain't like you see. He ain't no great hope spiritually. God sent him on a quest to extract a fee karmically. And just like Hitler stopped the UK and curtailed their imperialist ways. God sent this turd to the USA, you see. He'll dance and prance and mumble out and rile the fools up in the ground. And all the genocide that you, for me, all you Christians, better pray. You better pray. You better pray. There ain't no God. All you Christians better pray. You better pray. You better pray. There ain't no God. To this administration, if I reviewed the situation, I had no problem with the Christian nation, you see. I might have thought to each his own, I might have thought what's etched in stone, do your thing, leave me alone, agree. But after money, it's a brutal fact, it's religion causing folks to act in violent ways and hostile acts, you see. And if there's a God you better fear, on all them judgments you hold dear, you're bound for hell to burn severe eternally. All you Christians better pray. You better pray. You better pray. There ain't no God. All you Christians better pray. You better pray. You better pray that there ain't no locusts, he used floods, he used frogs, he spilled blood, buried nations in fields of mud biblically. And Satan laughs as they place the pawn and the ripple spread as the evil spawned and then met with silence and a yawn tragically. But if there's hell awaits, you better okay. If hell awaits, you better bet evangelicals when the fire let their tears went futilely. And I know the judgments you perceive and hence the punishment you'll receive, and I thank the heavens I don't believe religiously. All you Christians better pray. You better pray. You better pray that